Just started this game. I played a few minutes of it.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Had a bit of a slow going in the beginning. Seems like
I
it'll be a
lived
good
here
story.
until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Look at this piece of real estate. Absolutely beautiful. That's the house right there. Look at this little mountainous area. This road, absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. The mailbox is beautiful. Very custom. Very cool.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Huh. Urgent. Right. Last that we see, I think the character is Edith. And her stomach pokes out a little bit. Maybe she just carries a little extra weight. Maybe she's a little bit pregnant. I don't know. She
I
might
haven't
be
been
pregnant.
back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
So, Lewis's funeral. Lewis is dead. There's a whole big family tree to this. We could somewhat see it here. There's Edith, Milton, and Lewis. I didn't play much, but I can tell it's a big family. Look at this. You want to drive a truck over this thing? I don't.
In her will, my mother left me a key but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I didn't go this way last time. Last one led me straight to the house. This one, I don't know where it leads. No, can't go that way.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
What does that mean? The woods are about to say something but never do. Beautiful property. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the last time it just... basically the same dialogue. I think.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been
Okay.
dreaming about it.
Beautiful house. So weird.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband.
Oh, I didn't see that last time.
I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Edie. Edie. I think this game takes place in 2016. Edie died the same year as Lewis, which was 2010. But Edie's over there on the bottom by herself. And then there's Edith. Or Edie and Edith. Edith connected? No, I fucking doubt it. That 1917 to 2010. And Milton, 1992 to 2003. Very young. Lewis, 88 to 2010. Still young. Edith, born in 99. Beautiful garden.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Could you imagine what this place would look like? It was well kept, you know? Beautiful.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Yeah. It's a little bit spooky. Especially, you know, the woods, alone, old house, probably unarmed, a little spooky. Got mountains and a dove, the forest. It's the key
I
fit.
hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
It didn't. The mailbox?
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Or what is that called? That's not the mailbox. We already checked the mailbox. What is that called? That's the, I don't know what you call that. Gary's potting mix. Yep, you know, they took care of this place. Wow. That's a lot of trees to trim to keep that electricity going. How long would it take to get someone to get out there and fix that damn thing, too? A limb fell on it. The garage door is not open. I checked last time.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Look how high that swing is. Like, someone oh yeah, they looped it a few times over. A little tree fort in there too, I think. Pretty cool.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Okay, so maybe it's been maybe 6 years since she's been here. Maybe 6.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Power was turned off the night we left. Good thing they emptied that out. It's the garage, you know. Property like this needs a proper workshop, not a workshop area in the garage. This is a nice little workshop area, though. That's a nice solid bench. Very nice. Very nice.
For the first time in years,
January 2010. Oh. Edith, Milton, Lewis, Dawn, Edie. Okay, so Edie and Edith definitely have their own separate coat hanger.
I felt like I was home.
Tons of books. Serious readers, these people.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Okay. Edith as a young girl. Then there's Lewis Dawn, the mom, for someone's birthday. And Edith is holding a present, so it's probably her birthday. In memory of Lewis Finch. Lewis, 1988 to 2010. So he would have been a young man. Oh, he's got some facial hair in there. Got some facial hair, yeah. Beloved brother to Edith, son of Dawn. Great grandson to Edie. Okay. Memorial service. Finch Family Cemetery. 2141 Fireweed Road. They have their own cemetery. Okay. Cookbooks. Holiday Feast. Witch's Kitchen. The Viking's Belly. Okay.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
The cat Molly. What happened to the cat named Molly?
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
First things first, check and see if that stove works. Can't even check it. What kind of home inspection is this? Let's check this way first. That nice old stove, very cool. And of course they turned it into a bookshelf. Books everywhere. Look at all those books. I wonder if each one is actually like a different book. Oh no, the Viking's Belly. We've already seen a repeat.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
So, they left the food out, but they cleaned out the freezer? Apparently the freezer was most likely cleaned out before. And a window into the garage. Very interesting. Great-grandma. Edie's spot, I'm assuming.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Okay. Oh, and look at that. Waterfront property. Very nice. Yes, it can be hard having an elderly person in a home, I would imagine. Having to take care of them. For the parent or grandparent and even the parent themselves. I mean,
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Yeah, that's a pretty good example. A smile with too many teeth. That's a good one. There's a lot going on in here. Okay, we see a porch, but no door in the living room or the kitchen. Very odd. If I just step out the window?
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
The original, is that the original house? Oh, words up the chimney. Okay. See a horse and carriage out front. Wow. Great-grandma Edie might have lived there. 1917, people obviously had cars, but people still did horse and buggy back then. What appears to be World War II, Korean. Soldier carrying a flag up a hill, very patriotic looking. Very nice. Maybe Grandpa was in the army or something. Barbara.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Milton. Missing. Quite a tragic thing to happen to a family. A missing child.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Oh, so there was some packing going on. But no cleaning up of the food. So they said, fuck it, we're never coming back. And look at this. Foamed the outside. Make it as airtight as possible. Look at these. Look at that.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Why does she call her Edie, though? You know? Why not Grandma? If you really never wanted someone to come in here, then why even have the doorknob? Because, I mean, really, that's pretty solid right there, but, I mean, I'm pretty confident that most grown-ass men, even teenage boys, would be able to kick a fucking hole in that door at the bottom. We have here lots of nice family pictures. The beach, a baby. Oh, there's the dog. And a kitty. Is that another kitty? An old picture. Maybe great grandpa Sven. Oh, very nice.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sven, Edie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Strange how the rooms got sealed like that. So, a lot of death in 2010. Let's check the... Dawn. What year did Dawn die? 2016. So that's this year. Dawn died of this game year, 2016. Okay. But no foam around the other one. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Sven and Edie's room's the only one that doesn't have foam. Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Looks like that room's connected to Sven and Edie's room. Very cool. Very nice. Definitely a little boy's room.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother. Calvin.
Huh. Sharing a room with his dead brother. I don't understand, but they've had a lot of childhood mortality in their family. Quite sad, actually.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
A cord leading from the attic into Barbara's room.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
The third floor stairs. The entire third floor stairs is locked. Okay.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Very, Victorian look. Oh, she was young. 44 to 60.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Beautiful decorations. I mean, look at the paintings. Looks like someone's... Yep. A picture of a painting Barbara's door. Okay. You can tell there's a lot of love in this family. They just kept getting... It appears there was love. How does this much child mortality happen? We'll go in there in just a second. Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
20,000.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Let's find out. This is as far as I got till I decided I'd stop playing. Everything beyond this is a mystery to me. Tea set, crayons.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Nice. Be kind of cool if I had this in my room, a little secret area.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Oh, wow. Molly.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
There's durable shit in there too. Okay. I hope that's being a little fishy.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
What? It's a hungry fish too. Leaves on the floor. Oh, something bad's happening here.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Who's the mother of Molly? There's Edie and Sven. There's Odin. Oh, there's Sam, Calvin, Barbara, Molly. So this is the 40s. 47. I don't know exactly. So Dawn's that mother, and then maybe Gus is the father. I don't know. I don't know where Kay fits in, or Sanjay. So Odin is great-great-grandfather. And then there's Edie and Sven as great-grandparents. And then there's grandparents somewhere in there. So who exactly is the mother of Dawn? Is it Molly? I don't know. Fuck, Molly died. Barbara died in 60. Calvin 61. Sam in 83. Walter in 2005. Maybe it's Kay. I have no idea. Let's let the story unfold. Definitely a child's perspective. It's funny to see that. No.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez. What happened?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh, God.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Okay. This could be imaginative. Oh, okay.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Christmas.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Oh. Bed.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Get tired.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
It's her sister. I don't remember myself. I didn't see where the rabbit was. I'm reading that comment. Where's that rabbit? I don't see it.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I can't. Okay. Can't really. Well, this is. Huh. Oh, here we go. Oh. I can flop with the right trigger.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Bitch. Oh, we're...
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Now, this is a little boy. I could imagine saying that. I ate it whole. I ate its flipper. But I don't know. Girl. It's
I
strange.
grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Okay, well, that was pretty freaky. Look at that sketchy ass porch.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Pictures of animals in bird cages, mostly birds. Interesting. So these all Edie's kids, they all fucking died? For the most part? Except for Walter, and then Walter maybe married Kay? Gregory, Gus, and Dawn? I guess that's what it is. And Sanjay must be Edith's father.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Wow. 2010, I still got VHS. Shrine sketches.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
He's Junior.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
So did Edie lock her child in the room? So she's over there eating fucking poison berries and toothpaste?
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Jeez. Shag carpeting in a bathroom. That is an interesting taste. Interesting.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Oh. Grandpa's first wife. Oh. Okay.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh. Okay then. I wasn't quite done with Grandma's room. I actually want to go back to Grandma's room really quick before we carry on. Lots of medication. She was 90.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
More like misfortune.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Damn.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Yeah. Joining the great majority, Odin Finch. The mysteries of death and thereafter, Odin Finch. Sven and Edie. It's a nice little room.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Swing set's still up like that. Interesting. We're getting tight. Very tight. Alright. Where are we now? Calvin. It's kind of cool. To command center. Very cool. Fort Sam. Captured. The secret lives of war photographers. Interesting. Enlist. Fight.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
'50 to '61. That's a curse.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, she swore he'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Damn, who the fuck puts a swing right by a ledge?
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again. The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Yeah.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, this is weird gameplay.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
What music is this? This is so familiar. I should know this.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
I'll fuck him up.
was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Yeah, Walter. Still have the crutch.
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Is the little guy under there?
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay. Let's get to Walter's story. He's the only one who fucking lives. Oh, a little Barbara Shrine, that's what it was. That's kind of weird. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I've never lost a child. I can't say what's weird and what's not. Oh, well, yeah, that's not good. She smoked. Like she's a little waitress job. Is there no other secret area? No. Oh, that's right. Basement. What's next?
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
There it goes. Go ahead and put it back now. I think you should put it back. Alright, I had to send a text there, excuse me. I'm sick and had to call off work, and someone covered for me. It was just... Particle board? Oh my. This must be a... You must have redone this wall or something, 'cause I don't think Sven would have used particle board. Ain't no damn way. Fucking man, you get that good plywood, man. Fucking particle board. Fucking hate particle board. It's worth it to spend a little extra and get that nice shit. There's the soul. Man, it's nice. Actually, it's nice.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
No, this is a nice little workshop in here. I wouldn't want it underneath the house because you're gonna piss everybody off. Cutting fucking wood underneath the house. Yeah, you're gonna piss people off. Where's Finn made that canoe?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Whoa. Yo, bomb shelter.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh. Okay. Whoa. Alvino's cereal. Peas. One of those big ass number 10 cans. Very nice.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh. Walter. Oh.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive the evening. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Interesting.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
He's got postcards. The game says that you cannot go that direction. March 2005. This rabbit hole goes a little deeper, doesn't it? what is going on. It's getting deeper. And there's more fucking jelly. Tomato means not the unhealthiest diet, but it ain't that healthy. Oh, I got little bottles. Model figures and fucking books. Man, better have some fucking books.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly.
Dude, did you just have a fixation for peanut butter and jelly fucking sandwiches when you stocked up on this place?
And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
That feeling.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one real day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Damn.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. Uncle Walter died. He's the one who lived underneath the house.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Fair assessment.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in the family curse, we made it real.
What?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. that you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. When you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh. Derpy, Derpy Jr., and Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy. My cousin has a cat named Shadow. Bailey must have been special. Very old, actually. Not very old, kind of old. Oh, yeah.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Sunken house. I wonder if that's the house.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Wow. So close.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
Sketchy.
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Ah, I knew she was pregnant. Or a little chubby. Where is the father to this fucking child? You did not come with your fucking woman or wife or girlfriend, whatever the fuck? Who the fuck just does that? She's obviously mourning the death of her mother, coming back to her childhood home, and you just leave her? Like, I'm taking all this information in with the character. This is ridiculous. Where's the father to this child?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Oh, personal engraving. That looks like one of those, semi-auto 270s, 30-06s or something. I think Remington makes one. Oh, we got some Purple Heart. What the fuck is that? Bronze Star? I don't know what the hell that is. That looks like the fucking Medal of Honor. Damn.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Here we go. Grandpa Sam.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Not quite.
Is that Dawn? What do you want me to do?
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out... Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
That's a trophy.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind her.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
She's crying.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Yeah, well, it tastes delicious.
Sorry, Dawn, just gotta reset the timer.
Oh.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's...
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Fuck. Okay, I see
Of
why
all these
Dawn's the way
stories,
she is.
that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Jeez. Oh, he's in the Marines. You close that door. You're gonna let, like, the rain in.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Is there something I'm missing? Finally, we actually see some fucking HVAC stuff and some shit going on in the crawl spaces.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Pull the plug, please.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. Reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw it. Sure made him happy. I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. I feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Look up subtitles. Can't make it out.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. Wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Wow. Gregory. That's pretty deep. Pretty intense. 76 to 77. Yeah, that's pretty intense.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
I have Gus, Gregory, and Gus. Dawn.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard. Before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. To make this bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Look at his rebellious, spiky wristband. Such a rebel.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they would.
And he had a little spiky hair and everything. Gus, Dawn, Gregory. Wow.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Oh. I see where Sanjay came in. Ten ways to teach critical thinking, history, math, science, religion. 1987. Fly to India. Cool. India, geography, mathematics. Dawn and Sanjay.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Going native. Nothing wrong with that. To an extent.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Yeah.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
So this is Grandma's laying at homeschool here. It's weird. Kinda. That's still here. The curse of Edith Finch. That's the curse. History. It's a beautiful house, actually. It's very interesting.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Just climb up that. Oh, no, okay. Very cool. Milton's little shrine.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room, except Louis. Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
What? I didn't mean to do that. Excuse me. Okay, we got a random game console.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
I could see that. Get away from her. Strange, crazy, a strange, crazy curse. A family. Exit.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names.
Making me do this at the same time.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Women like described as handsome.
The queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
He was just a kid. Kids don't
And then
know
it struck him
success.
that the real Louis was not the one chopping salad, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
motions for the fish. And I'm like trying to move. I don't know. Okay. So what? I really don't get it. Still cutting the fish. Makes me wonder if I really fell off the fucking map. I can't look around. I can do the motions for cutting fish. Here's the cut. Really taking me out of the game again. Okay, we're on like, other than Dawn, we're on the last person. Like, am I doing something wrong here? I don't even know. I hate to say this, I gotta fucking YouTube it over here. See what someone else has done. Okay, yeah. Someone did it, and it took like 10 minutes. Oh shit. That's not supposed to happen. I actually fell off the map. Oh fuck. Yeah, this game fucked up. I fell off the map. Oh shit. Okay, so we're glitched. Alright. Okay, what do I do? Damn. I have to exit and come back in? That fucking sucks.